Hey, welcome back everyone for some more Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney here on Nintendo Switch. And we are going to conclude day 1 of the trial and the case against Vera Misham. Which I know I said this at the beginning of the last episode, but trust me, we will be finishing things off here. Because we are going to be listening to testimony from Vera herself, hopefully. So, let's see how that goes. But before we do that, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. So without further ado... Excuse me. October 8th, 1:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 6. Okay. So where exactly does this leave us, Apollo? Well, the Drew Misham who was killed wasn't Drew Misham the forger, basically. Huh? Well then, who was he? Well, he was actually... doing her nails. So, you really made those forgeries? Yes, for father. I know, it was wrong. Could you tell us how it happened? My father was a painter. I loved painting ever since I was a child. One day, father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent. The talent for making forgeries? How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I could make anything. Anything. Father was so proud, and I so happy. But, in the end, I was making those forgeries. I've never had a good constitution, nor personality. I know very little of the world outside my door. Now, because of me, Father is... Do you know about this red envelope? I remember that envelope. It was some time ago. So you're already creating your works back then? I started when I was only 12 years old. So the one who figured out the stamp was poison, that was... Mr. Justice, it's time. To the courtroom, please. Right. Out of time. Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those 3 paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right. See, we checked them out and we saw what was underneath. We saw the rough sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings. I see. Mr. Justice. Yes? Father, he knew of you. Of both of you. Your late father? He was watching, gathering information. All about the Wright and Company law offices. But lately, we're not doing just law. Yes, you do tricks, gags to amuse, and play piano. Well, they're not really gags. Yet when Father heard you had resumed the legal business. How pleased he was. Who was Mr. Misham? How am I supposed to know? What if he was Daddy's daddy? Judging from the relative ages involved, I'd say it's highly unlikely. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. We know that the victim's daughter, Vera, was the forger. What does this mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out. October 8th, 1:36 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 3. Court is now back in session. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all worked. How did you set up this Drew Misham forger persona? There's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head. I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy. What's hard? Very well, miss, if you would. Did you really make those detestable forgeries? Perhaps you'd rather answer my question? Were you the one who painted that painting, the remarkably similar one? Ah, yes. I painted it, yes. Father praised me quite highly for it. So, she was the one who made the forgeries. Yet she did not wish to reveal the truth of their operation, so the victim was a stand-in, a decoy. To the world at large, he was the forger, not her. I've done a bad thing. I have, haven't I? Regardless, we need a little more information. About, for instance, this. You have seen this before, yeah? Yes, it was in the desk drawer. Very well, you may proceed with your testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope. Witness testimony. The red envelope. I created things and Father sold them. This envelope came after my first work, that was other than a painting. Father handled the deal, all of it. I received a stamp that was in that envelope. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio. There certainly was much of great interest in your testimony. Not that the witness realizes it. Very well, please begin the cross-examination. And you know what that means, we're going to go ahead and save just in case I mess up. Right, okay. I need more information about this forger. This Drew mission. Cross-examination, the red envelope. She created things and her father sold them. So, these things you were making, you mean paintings identical to other paintings, right? The closer they were, the happier Father was. I was happy too. Still, you're quite young now. When did you begin this work? My first painting sold when I was 12. Your Honor, she had no idea what she was doing was illegal.
Objection!
Easy there, little attorney. You're not here to defend her for the crime of forgery. True. Please, tell us more about this envelope. This envelope that may very well have killed your father. Alright. This envelope came after my first work, that was other than a painting. By other than a painting, you mean you'd only done paintings up to that point? Yes. But Father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended making things other than paintings. For instance, a letter someone had written, or a fingerprint left upon a cup, or a signature on a document, a seal upon a letter. None of this makes her sound very innocent at all. And the 100 grand promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for Drew Mission. A new industry. The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Forging evidence, in other words. Uh-oh. Okay, Father handed the deal, all of it. She received the stamp that was in that envelope. What did you mean, you received it? Did I do something wrong? You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison, on the back, atraquinine.
Objection!
A moment, Air Forehead. You can't force an answer upon the witness. Now then, perhaps you would tell me, Fraulein Vera, why did you receive this stamp? Something wrong? It was beautiful. Ah, you mean it was one of those commemorative stamps? Yes, I think it was. So, you didn't know about the poison? I guess not. So the trap failed by chance, by mistake, thanks to this commemorative stamp. Quite the close call. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio. You mean you moved to where the current Drew studio is? Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books. This single job had tied them to the criminal underworld. I think Mr. Misham wished to reduce the visibility in the world at large. When we had to meet someone for some reason, Father posed as the creator of the work. So that was the real essence of the artist, Drew Mission. You did the work and he supplied the face. So, you really didn't know anything, did you? You had no idea how much danger you were in. Apparently not. About this commemorative stamp, could you tell us more about it? It was very pretty, and more than that. Yes? It was a picture of people I liked at the time. This is something new. Apparently, we've got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. We're gonna go ahead and save, because why not? If you would be so kind as to continue the testimony, Fraulein. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians, so I kept it. Magicians. Okay, what about this? Those magicians you liked, was it this bunch? Apollo, they're not a bunch! I see. Still I have to wonder. Why include a commemorative stamp like that in a business letter? Good question. Well, pretty stamps are always better, and you can't beat cheap grammarly. But the whole murder plan was a failure because of it. Ironic, don't you think? Prosecutor Gavin? Oh, he looks disheveled for some reason. Prosecutor Gavin? Grammarly. What's with Gavin? Might I ask just one question of this witness? In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work that was other than a painting. Hey there, Sebastian. Please, tell me, what exactly did you make? Can I ask what? No. Answer the question. Now. Eek! What is going on? Prosecutor Gavin, you're usually not the one whose volume concerns me. Yes, it is becoming of me, I apologize. But, I must know. Please, Miss Misham, tell me. It was a book. A single page in a book. A book? Please be more specific. It was a handwritten book. Like a diary. No, I don't... No! What is going on? That judges my face, exactly. What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? Looks like you just saw a ghost. Miss Misham, this book. Was there a picture of a silk hat on the back cover? Yes or no? How did you know? Objection! Prosecutor Gavin, the defendant is answering all of your questions. Stop badgering her. He's told you nothing, has he? Your soiled, sullied mentor. Nothing? Sullied, who? Phoenix Wraith. Who else? Daddy? He never told you about the trial 7 years ago? About how he came to lose his attorney's badge? It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, you know. A certain diary. On the back, it bore the mark of a silk hat. What? Phoenix Wraith tossed out of the profession by false evidence. And the forger who made that evidence... Is this girl standing right in front of me? Vera, you must tell us. The evidence you made was used in the trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drew Mission you to forge that evidence? For all of our sakes, who was it? We only met once. You met the client? Well, who was it? It was... What's going on with Vera? She's staring at Prosecutor Gavin's face again. Yes, what? Is there something about me? I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the book. The diary. Who was it? Vera! The devil. The devil? What in the devil? What? Defendant Vera Misham, condition unconscious. Examiner's diagnosis, acute octoquinine poisoning. This ends the recording of the trial for the murder of Drew Misham. Vera Misham was, during the trial, poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was just under the lethal amount, sparing the defendant's life. She is currently in intensive care and is not to be disturbed for any reason. A very simple case at first glance, until it finally began to show its true colors. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. In some ways, that was the starting point of it all. And that is where we must go. To find the whole truth. And with that, ends day one of the trial. And we are actually going to be going to a flashback sequence because we are going to find out exactly what happened 7 years ago. Which we're going to go ahead and save. But yeah, we're going to find out exactly what happened 7 years ago that caused Phoenix Wright to lose his attorney's badge due to a piece of forged evidence. And it has to do with something about a page in a diary that has a silk hat on it. But we're going to find out more about that the next time we get into this series in the next episode. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.